This week on the Retirement Quick Tips podcast, I'm talking about 10 stupid things people waste money on. Today, I'm talking about the first two stupid things that come to mind that I see people spending money on. And number one, luxury handbags. And number two is just a related category, just other status symbols. So that could be a really expensive watch. It could be a car. It could be even a house and where you live, just to show other people that you've made it. Now, I don't want to criticize people who like nice handbags. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But what's interesting about luxury handbags, I think more than any other category, and maybe clothes and shoes would also fall into this category, but bags stand out more because bags often have that flashy logo. Like if you want a Louis Vuitton, or I'm trying to think, I don't own luxury bags. So the Birkin bag, if you've heard my baby want a Birkin, she's been telling me all night long, you know that song. Okay. A Birkin bag by Hermes, who's in France, those cost like $20,000 on the low end. On the high end, I've seen articles and things where you could pay up to like $1 million for a handbag. And what's funny is there's this channel on YouTube that I've watched periodically from time to time. Very fascinating. His name is Tanner Leatherstein, and he's like an expert leather handbag. I don't know if he's a tanner or what, but he basically will buy these bags online, these luxury like Louis Vuitton bags, and he'll rip them up and analyze them and look at like the stitching and the quality of the leather and the hardware. And there's things that where you can tell like where something is made, if it's made in China or Russia, or if it actually is made in Italy. One of the interesting things that I've learned in watching his channel and some other research I've done about this is that a lot of times these handbags, they can get away with saying, oh, made in France or made in Italy. But there's little loopholes where like if a portion of the bag is made in France or Italy, they can say that. But like you could have most of the bag manufactured in China or Bangladesh or somewhere like that and still slap the logo or the, made in Italy logo that gives it the prestige. I thought that was interesting. There was this viral thing that came out that Birkin bags are made in China and not in France. And I don't actually know whether that's true or not, but luxury handbags, because of the logos, because of the flashiness, I'm not saying don't buy quality, nice leather handbags or briefcases or totes or luggage or anything like that. But I think it's important to question if you have bags with flashy logos or anything with flashy logos, why are you spending your money on that? Do you really love that brand and that logo, or are you using it to project your status? I would say 95% of people, maybe higher, who spend money on luxury goods with logos on them are doing it to display like, look at me, I've made it, I'm successful. Now, I don't want to throw everybody under the bus because there is this one bag. It's a Louis Vuitton. It's the Never Full monogram bag. These are really common. It's a big tote bag. You just throw all your junk in it. It is gorgeous. The one I like, it's black and it has the beige logo on it. It's $3,000. Okay. I am never buying this bag. I saw it once and then I saw it again like a month later. And I thought, wow, I literally could not stop staring at it. It was so gorgeous. And I loved everything about it, except I know because Tanner Leatherstein told me, you analyze the quality of the leather and the hardware and where it came from and how it was stitched and how much craftsmanship and structure and everything is in the bag. A typical designer bag that costs thousands of dollars is like 10 or 20 times more expensive than it costs to make. So there are plenty of other, I would argue, better quality bags out there because these bags have to be mass produced. Now, maybe many of these aren't, but a lot of the luxury handbags are mass produced. And then they slap a huge price tag on them. So you're not getting any value. If I'm paying $3,000 for this Never Full Louis Vuitton bag that I'm drooling over, I'm wasting a ton of money. And for what? A pretty handbag that if I walk around, people might say, oh, that's so gorgeous. Or they might think that I have a certain net worth or income based on what they see. Because like who in their right mind would buy a $3,000 Louis Vuitton Neverfull bag? But I can tell you there's a lot of people out there who make $30,000 a year that would pay $3,000 for this bag, put it on a credit card and not think twice about it, even though it's 10% of their income for that year. This is true, like I said, for other luxury goods too. You want to be very thoughtful about why it is that you want this particular thing, because there are lots of luxury items out there that are very well made, whether it's handbags or shoes or luggage or a car. It's fine to drive an expensive luxury car. But again, like a handbag, you want to be doing it for the right reasons. You don't want to be driving a car because it projects to the world that you've made it somehow. That's what makes it stupid. It's fine if you like nice things, and I'm not criticizing that. But if you like nice things because it shows off the world how well off you are, that's a stupid purchase. What do you care what other people think? And I used to think that like this was something that people who were, in their 50s, 60s and older figured out, like they stopped caring as much what other people think about them. Except I see tons of people, many of you Gen Xers and baby boomers listening, you're the worst offenders that I see when I see the luxury handbags. So I don't know, maybe it's like everybody in your friend group had one and you want to get one too. I don't know. You just want to ask yourself, what is the motivation behind this? And if it's to show the world that you are successful, I would save the money. Save the $3,000 on that jaw-droppingly gorgeous Louis Vuitton bag and spend $300 on something that is just as good and flies under the radar. Probably will last longer too and hold its shape and everything else. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Ashley Michike, and this is the Retirement Quick Tips Podcast.